Hello, everyone, and welcome to AEW Dark. I am Excalibur, joined by the human suplex machine himself, Taz. And Taz, we've got an incredible night of action lined up for everyone.
Yes, it's just another excellent edition of Dark coming your way. And hey, how could it not be any better with me sitting here with you, right or wrong? Come on.
Well, Taz, what's in store for the folks here tonight?
Oh, there's a lot in store for the folks tonight. Well, we got Billy in action with Austin Gunn in his corner.
Not only that, Butcher and Blade will return to tag team action here tonight on AEW Dark.
And check this out, talk about tag team action. Two of my favorite homeboys right here, the Inner Circle members, Santana and Ortiz.
And in our main event, Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler will team up, still searching for their first victory in an AEW ring, but they will be facing the #2 ranked Natural Nightmares, QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes. It's gonna be a barn burner. Well, let's throw it down to our colleague Dasha Gonzalez to get the first match underway.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Columbia, South Carolina, weighing 214 pounds, John Skyler.
Well, Taz, we got our first look at John Skyler a couple weeks ago on AEW Dark in tag team competition, and he actually acquitted himself quite well.
Yeah, no, he's well accomplished. He can definitely get it done right there. He's sitting right now, he's unranked, he's 0-1, but that doesn't, he's got to get his sea legs on them. It's going to be tough against his opponent, though, right now.
That's right, John Skyler, very experienced, but his opponent, much more experienced.
And his opponent being accompanied to the ring by his Gun Club partner and son, Austin Gunn.
Oh, my God.
From Orlando, Florida, weighing 265 pounds, Billy!
Billy and Austin Gunn of Gun Club making their way down to the ring, and Billy will be seeing action. John Skyler, I mentioned, very experienced, very crafty, but perhaps one of the craftiest and most experienced members of the AEW roster. Billy.
Yeah. Listen, I know Billy a long time, okay? I've wrestled Billy many times. He's super talented, super successful, but he's super annoying. And his son is super annoying. So it's good to see the apple, sorry QT, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, whatever that freaking cliche is. They're both annoying. But I'm telling you, Billy is well accomplished and a super talented man for sure.
I see you were at the Memorial Day party as well.
I was, yes. I'm a big party guy. Well, see, Bryce, gotta be careful. Billy's a large man. You can't just shake hands with him.
Yeah, Billy and John Skyler now starting things off. Bryce Remsburg calls for the bell. And Billy just walking down Skyler immediately.
Smart. You have to, again, Skyler has experience, but Billy obviously has a lot more. And I told you, Austin's annoying. But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. You want to stalk your opponent. That's a veteran move you see Billy doing. He's taking the ring. He's taking the ring away from Skyler.
And this is not Skyler's first rodeo. He's fairly accomplished, but Billy using his experience and size advantage to intimidate his opponent.
Yeah. Skyler, he's got like 11 years, 11 years in the industry wrestling. He's wrestled in over 9 countries, 3 different continents. So that's impressive in itself.
Taz, there's 7 total continents, so that's almost half of them.
He's been around, Skyler. See, he's almost got them all. Billy's wrestled in 8 continents. He started wrestling in 1926.
Pangea.
It's good to see Austin's a ham just like Daddy.
John Skyler still trying to get it out of the gates here, but he's got a. I think the Gun Club is really taking him off his game.
How do you get into Gun Club? I mean, is there a membership fee? Is there like a tuition, a yearly tuition? How does that work?
Well, your dad has to be Billy.
Okay, my dad wasn't Billy.
Okay, then I guess you're out. Yeah.
You see what Billy's doing. He's playing a little game here with Skyler. It's just. He's punking him out, he's embarrassing him. That's you gotta watch. That's how Billy will suck you in.
And look at this. Skyler turning his attention to Austin Gunn on the outside. And
Billy's he's defending his son. Okay.
Taz, you're not gonna let anybody threaten your son, are you?
No.
And I mean, Billy doing the right thing there.
No, I wouldn't, but my son would probably get mad at me if I defended him. That's just my son. But
look at this. John Skyler laying in some shots to Billy. Billy pulls a side headlock. Skyler shoves him off and runs right into a big shoulder tackle.
Yes, he played times over. The guy like Billy, so athletic. He's been athletic his whole career, and he's still in amazing condition for a man with all of his experience.
Leapfrog attempt. Billy not impressed with the vertical leaping ability of John Schuyler.
Yeah, Billy does not like people that are not as tall as him, so he hates me. Just,
Now,
you know.
look at that, the little bit of a bypass there by Billy.
Oh, nice.
Schuyler, oh, comes in with a spear.
Good job.
Takes the, it looked like he was going for the side headlock, but Billy just was able to shove out immediately.
Well, the Southern savior, John Schuyler. You know, he's a South Kakalaki guy. You knew that, right?
I did know that.
Don't tell him to stay down, John. Stay on him, son. Attaboy, here we go.
John Schuyler putting that right hand in between the eyes of Billy. But Billy picks him up and drops him down.
Yeah, that's that size and power of the 6'3", over 260-pound Billy Gunn. Billy, very powerful, very strong.
And now Billy boot to the midsection, pulling Schuyler towards center. This could be it for John Schuyler. Austin Gunn.
God, is Austin mic'd up?
No, he's not. And now Billy hits the ropes. Went to make Schuyler famous, but walked right into a super kick.
A shoot super kick, yeah.
And Schuyler went for it again. Billy catches the leg.
Schuyler's in trouble.
Sends him for a ride and drives his face into the canvas. Billy hooks the legs. 1, 2, 3. That is it.
Wow.
Here's your winner, Billy!
Great outing here on Dark for Billy and the Gun Club with his son Austin right there. I'm sure the after party would be great. You know, Austin's a hoot at the after parties.
Gun Club victorious here tonight on AEW Dark. Billy making short work of John Schuyler. And the after party getting started a little early here tonight for Gun Club.
Great job by Billy, gotta say.
Gun Club. Sorry. See you later. It's just cool. How?
Here were the Natural Nightmares, Dustin Rhodes, Brandy Rhodes, but no QT Marshall.
He's on his way, man. He'll be here in a minute.
Okay, hey, nonetheless, ranked number 2 in the tag team division.
Yes.
Also, you coming back, a huge return, beating Sean Spears at Double or Nothing. Brandy, you got these guys on a roll.
Oh man, it's all by design. I mean, the Nightmare family, we really believe the mantra, do the work, and that... What the hell is this?
Hey, where you been?
What do you mean? I was buying a car.
You bought a Corvette. You just bought a Corvette.
Yeah, Allie said someone of my magnitude needed a nice car. So I
Allie said.
Yeah, Allie.
Why is she sitting in your car right
I
now?
don't know, man. She helped me pick it out. She said her favorite color was blue. What is your problem?
This right here. This right here. I'm
Don't-
looking out for your heart, man.
Don't get defensive. You know, we're all family
God.
here, and I'm trying to look out for you. I honestly have to say, you really have changed. The hair thing has gone to your head. You got a blue car. You're going through a midlife crisis. I just can't stand to see it. But look at me in my eyes and tell me. Look at her, and then look at me and tell me. You think she's into you? Really think that?
Brandy, what is there not to be into? Look at me. New hair, new me, new car.
Come on. We need to
Yeah,
talk
we gotta
business.
go. We gotta work. Work to do.
We're gonna
Let's
go grab a quick bite to eat. We'll be right back.
Oh,
We'll be
my
right
gosh,
back,
we're gonna fall
Dustin.
Well, hey, bring me something, will you?
Hey,
I'm
relax.
starving.
You're golden. We're ranked now, dude. Here, eat this.
This whole thing is really Wow, what are you doing? Ah, that's nasty.
What do you
Don't
think,
eat
it's
that.
rotten?
Coming up next, action in the tag team division as Butcher and Blade take on John Cruz and Joe Alonzo, Taz.
The Butcher and the Blade, I love these two guys. They're mean, nasty, and they're handsome.
And they're up next.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from San Juan, Puerto Rico, John Cruz.
Tasha really leaning on that R in Puerto Rico.
Wow, that was good too.
Thanks, man. And John Cruz teaming up here tonight with Joe Alonzo.
And his tag team partner from Chicago, Illinois. He does everything for the likes. Joe Alonzo.
You gotta be a real man and wear a black hoodie.
With
In
your
the lovely
Twitter handle on it?
Yeah, that'd be his IG in the state of Florida at this time of year. I gotta say, that's impressive.
How about wearing a button-up shirt and a blazer for 4 hours?
And a mask.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 501 pounds, the Butcher and the Blade.
Butcher and Blade, these two men, they're animalistic, they're sadistic, always intense, always ready to tear somebody's limb off and beat them with it. Love these two guys. You know what I call the Butcher? Butch. That's what I call him. Just me though, just let you know.
We were having a little fun before this, before Butcher and Blade made their entrance, but now I think the joking is over, and Butcher and Blade returning to the AEW ring, and I think, as you alluded to, we may see our first dismemberment here. Oh! Butcher and Blade attacking Cruz and Alonso.
Alonso and Cruz, they were looked like they were discussing some strategy while, you know, Butcher and Blade were kind of, you know, playing to the camera. Next thing you know,
well,
beat down Jones.
As the old saying goes, you can have the greatest game plan until you get punched in the face.
Yes,
And
yes.
everything's out of the window. Butcher, oh, throwing Cruz, just hanging him out to dry on that top rope. And now Butcher,
This pump handle he's got going on here.
look at the strength of the Butcher.
Nice.
Oh, just sending Joe Alonso for a ride.
Big Butcher, he is just super strong, and the Blade, so athletic, so quick, also extremely powerful.
And Taz, last week on Dynamite, we saw the Blade get hit by an errant super kick thrown by Nick Jackson. And after the match was over, Butcher and Blade hit the ring, attacked the Young Bucks. But then that presses the debut of FTR.
Yeah.
Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler making their presence felt in AEW.
Yeah, it was a huge moment for sure. It was definitely a huge moment. It was a big moment to see FTR now here with AEW. But right now it's about the Blade crushing the face of Cruz, which I think is a tough way to spend your night on YouTube here. As you're watching this thing on YouTube here, AEW Dark.
The
If you get your face stepped on, you know what I mean?
I know.
You got it, yeah.
You painted a pretty concise picture.
Yes.
And then you followed it up painting the exact same picture.
I'm painting well. I paint things.
The tag team division here in AEW definitely heating up. Butcher and Blade returning to action after the quarantine, and they are looking great thus far, Taz.
Oh, they must have been doing a lot of push-ups in their run-down apartment they have. Yeah, what they have, somewhere near like Buffalo in some hoodie neighborhood. That's what I heard. That's what some people told me. Just letting you know.
And Blade now with John Cruz just carrying him like a sack of groceries.
Strong, yeah, Blade's strong. Now, speaking of strong, look who's in the house.
And look with the elevation there from Butcher as he dropped a leg, and John Cruz having all the wind driven out of his lungs. Oh,
man.
The Irish whip to the corner, also with a drop toe hold.
Man, that was very smart, very smart strategy. Hit that drop toe along with using that power to whip the man's face first into the buckle.
Now, Taz, if somehow John Cruz makes it over to the corner, you think Joe Alonso's going to have second thoughts about tagging into this match?
I wouldn't be shocked if Joe Alonso leaves right now. I mean, just go walk back through the tunnel and get out of here.
Cruz reaching, but Butcher once again driving that knee into the midsection of Joe Alonso.
See how Butcher, again, keeps the pressure, just stays right near his opponent. I mean, I just gut buster after gut buster here.
Oh, a third one. Just a very brutal dismantling of John Cruz.
Big Beal coming here, buddy.
And now sending Cruz across the ring with the Bradley Beal.
Come on in, Joe. Come on in, buddy.
Joe Alonso with a big opportunity for his team.
I think Joe hopped over the top rope like that to get some momentum as he ran in, but yeah, it didn't help.
Alonso and Cruz behind on points right now. Butcher and oh man, what a cross chop there.
Very, very impressive by the Big Butcher. Very impressive.
Butcher pulling a page out of Mil Mascaras' playbook.
Except Mil Mascaras wasn't 6'3", 275. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
But that was Mil Mascaras.
Esque?
Yes.
I got you, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe Alonso.
Snap suplex right there.
You can see just immediately clutching his lower back. And Butcher and Blade, Taz, in your expert opinion, I think they could end this match at any time. Agree or disagree?
I completely agree. Yeah, I think that's well documented. But right now, Butcher and Blade, they're trying to set a tone to the tag team division here in AEW. We're here to kick people's asses, and we're gonna end these matches when we want. We're gonna just keep beating on people until we feel like we're done. And I respect that out of Butcher and Blade.
They could be sending a message to the Young Bucks. They could be sending a message to FTR.
yeah.
Or they could be sending a message to the AEW World Tag Team Champions Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah, they're putting people on notice right now. What's going to happen to Alonzo here?
Jeez. Just flattened there, center of the ring. Blade pulling Alonzo out, hooks the far leg, and pulled him up.
Not time, not time. Look at John Cruz. He's like, what are we going to do now? You are in deep, you know what, sir.
Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page will defend their AEW World Tag Team titles tomorrow night on Dynamite against Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc.
And Blade is just so precise. All of his strikes on that was nice.
Little signs of life there from Alonzo. Now John Cruz tags in, charges in, big running elbow strike, backs Blade up to the corner.
Oh, nice reversal. Oh, knee to the gut. And again, the gut that was attacked by the Butcher a lot.
Oh, man, brutal backbreaker there by Butcher. Oh, full death there. Cover 1, 2, 3.
Might have knocked the ass out of his trunks. See that? He had like a
Here are your
jockstrap strap going on
winners,
there.
the Butcher and the Blade.
Taz, Butcher is so strong that he didn't even have the hook on the suplex.
Right, the
he just had the front chancery and he threw Joe.
Yeah, right
Look
there.
at that, just boom.
To your point, yeah, and that throw can work without having that arm over. It was we just saw. As long as you get good hip action, good hip explosion, and Butcher had that. Butcher, the Blade, Butcher and the Blade, just always impactful, always intense, and they just set a tone for the tag team division.
A lot of controversy on whose foot actually touched first in the Battle Royal, but guys, you both lost.
That doesn't matter.
What?
His foot
He
touched
first.
He's the worst wrestler in AEW.
It was you.
You did.
You're the worst.
Your feet
I'm sick of
clearly.
you. I'm sick
Watch
of
the
you.
tape back.
It was you.
Watch it back,
you.
dude.
It was you.
It was all you. Oh my
All
God.
right,
Hey.
you stop. You stop. Both you stop. You're yelling and it's not solving a problem, but I have a plan. I am the brain here and I figured it out. You have a negative winning streak.
Yeah.
I ain't lying. And you, my darling, you definitely have a negative winning streak. But it's pure math. It is pure science. 2 negatives make a positive. So, how about you guys team up?
Again.
Again,
No,
wait,
we
no.
tried that.
No, there was a variable missing in that equation, and it was me. I will be out there for you.
Well, I mean,
Come on.
maybe you can help me if I'm like getting upset, I guess. Hey, but no cheating out of either of you.
I don't cheat. He cheats.
I don't want my first win to be from cheating, all right?
Whatever. You know what? Fine. I'll see you out there, partner. Come on.
I'm so smart.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, CHRISTI James.
Well, Taz, we mentioned it during the transition. CHRISTI James stood toe-to-toe with AEW Women's Champion Hikaru Shida. And it was a non-title affair. James looked very impressive, but Shida was still victorious. I think she learned a lot from that matchup just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I think when you have a competitor that comes at you full throttle, full speed, yeah, you're definitely going to learn something. I agree with you. Totally. This young lady here, we've seen her before, super athletic, very tough.
And her opponent, from Painesville, Ohio, Kylan King.
Well, Taz, it's not every day that you agree with me, so I'm going to mark this down on my calendar as a momentous
Please
occasion.
don't call me a mark. I heard you say mark. What'd you say now? You're going to mark what down? What did I say? I agree with you.
You agreed with me.
All right, all right.
The first time in a long time.
I'm a nice guy. You know that. Okay? I'm a very nice guy. It's just hard for people to understand my niceness.
Your nicitude.
Correct. Well, you see that CHRISTI James not sweating Miss King very much at all. And I love the confidence by CHRISTI James.
Yeah, Kylan King, we saw her debut here in AEW just a couple weeks ago. She's a young and hungry competitor.
Yeah, she's got some height on her. She's just about almost 6 foot is Kylie King. So, you know, definitely a little bit of a height advantage over Jaynes.
Oh, Jaynes coming in aggressive with that collar and elbow tie-up. And you can see on her tippy toes to kind of mitigate that height advantage of Kylie King.
Yeah, especially on a lockup, when you have height on someone, it's definitely an advantage. You know, lets you keep your base wide and drive them into a corner. But she's trying to break down King, which is smart to, you know, kill that height advantage. And now she's got herself a hammerlock here now into a headlock.
Transitions into that side headlock. Kylie King fighting with the hands of CHRISTI Jaynes. Needed the midsection, though.
Yeah, well done, because King was trying to get some hand and grip control and attack the grip of Jaynes.
And CHRISTI Jaynes.
Little Brazilian Jones, I see.
Little samba there.
Samba City, Brasilia, something like that.
And now Kylie King, though, wow. Emphatic shoulder tackle taking Jaynes off her feet. And Kylie King doing a little dancing of her own. And she's yelling at Rick Knox in Portuguese.
I was going to say she was speaking Brazilian.
It's Portuguese down there. Cover, 1, 2.
Down where?
In Brazil.
Brazil, all right.
Covered lateral press. 2 count only. Sweep of the leg. Again, the cover. Jaynes escapes. Up to her feet. T-arm drag.
Well done. Quick, hard, nice into a hip toss.
Again, Kylie King the cover. Didn't hook the leg. Jaynes able to escape out. And Kylie King, though, grabbing an arm, putting pressure on that shoulder.
Yeah, she's got a traditional arm bar right there. And, you know, if you're CHRISTI Jaynes, with her hand that you see near the lat, near the back, if she could grab the side of the body of King, you can control someone while you're in an arm bar. So that's something that Jaynes might want to do in the future if you're arm bar. Don't just leave your hand out there like that. Grip your opponent's lat.
Oh, and Kylie King maintaining control and driving CHRISTI Jaynes down to the canvas.
It's like I'm running a friggin' wrestling school on Dark here.
Well, that's what you are here for. You are the analyst.
Okay, good point.
I'm sorry to put you out, partner.
I'm just saying, bro.
CHRISTI Jaynes, grabbing a handful of hair, backing Kylie King up to the corner.
2, 3, come on, let's go. Come on, separate.
Oh!
Rick Knox didn't see that. Wow. King was in the, hey, that's every opportunist is CHRISTI Jaynes. You got to do what you got to do. Ref wasn't aware.
And both women are still looking for their first victory inside an AEW ring. And CHRISTI Jaynes showing some serious aggression here.
She's trying to manage her anger.
Yeah, composing herself.
Yes, yes. She goes back to the yeah, see, her happy place. Yeah, I understand that.
And now the snap, the mare, and driving Kylie King. Oh, stomping.
On the head.
Oh, man. Trying to tear the hair out of the head of Kylie King.
Very good strategy. Very good strategy. I back off on the dance a little bit. More round kicks like that, and you're in good shape.
Cover. 2 count as Kylie King able to kick out.
Very talented. Very talented as CHRISTI Jaynes. Just got to stay focused. Keep that pressure on King. You know, you're giving up some size to her. She's a tough girl.
Look at this digging in as she puts the throttle on Kylie King. Now she charges in. King, though, goes up and over the top and walked right into that clothesline. A second one. And now boot block. Oh, kick to the midsection. Kylie King hits the ropes, running shot across the jaw. Oh,
wow. Heavy-duty German suplex right there. Released it late. A lot of impact on the back of your beam when you do that. Whoa! That cutter.
Diving into the cutter is Kylie King. And she covers 1, 2. No, CHRISTI Jaynes reverses 1, 2, 3. Oh, she got the trunks, and CHRISTI Jaynes steals one.
Here's your winner, CHRISTI Jaynes.
Well done on that cradle, stacking Kylie King right on her shoulders really high. That's when you have a height advantage. You don't want to be on the mat because all your weight, all that height is stacked up on the back of your head and neck and shoulders. We'll see here. We'll discuss and see that cradle. As you said, Excalibur trunks.
Handful of trunks. CHRISTI Jaynes says, obrigado. Thanks for coming, Kylie King. Your winner, CHRISTI Jaynes.
Love that stuff, you know.
EJ Lewis and Big Game Leroy make their AEW Dark debut, but Taz, they will be facing the Inner Circle, Santana and Ortiz.
And when you have Chris Jericho's Inner Circle and you're Santana and Ortiz, you know you're motivated by La Champion. So this should be pretty heavy-duty hitting by Santana and Ortiz.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making their way to the ring, the team of E.J. Lewis and Big Game Leroy.
Well, Taz, E.J. Lewis and Big Game Leroy making their AEW debut, and Big Game Leroy not relinquishing control of his Nintendo Switch.
Looks like Big Game Leroy is not used to being in many big games. He's shocked that he's here in AEW. Quite frankly, I'm shocked that they're both here in AEW.
Apparently, he's got the big game going right there in his hands. I hope Nintendo sends me something for that.
High Road Jones, that's me.
And their opponents, representing the Inner Circle, Santana and Ortiz.
Well, Taz, this will be the first time we've seen Santana and Ortiz in action since that Stadium Stampede match all the way back at Double or Nothing. If you haven't seen it yet, it is available on replay through pay-per-view providers, BR Live or Fight TV. It was an incredible night of action, Taz, and also included the debut of someone very close to you.
Yeah, that's right. The Machine, Brian Cage, was dominant in the Casino ladder match and was victorious, as we all know now. And at Fyter Fest, we'll get an opportunity at the AEW World Champion Moxley, who annoyed the hell out of me on Dynamite when I was talking to him. He was smirking. I was trying to put him on notice, put him on blast, what my man's about, but he's gonna learn soon, Moxley. But right now, let's talk about Santana and Ortiz. I love these two guys. I'm jealous Jericho has them. Oh, look at this. See what I'm saying?
Santana's stomping the switch out of Leroy's hands.
Playing games while you got Santana and Ortiz.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. They always say, like, why wear a gold chain to the ring? You're just that's an opportunity to lose money. Looks like Big Game Leroy just lost about $400 there on that switch. And now Santana's stomping E.J. Lewis in the corner.
Yeah, you got to stay focused. You get in the ring with two guys like Santana and Ortiz, you have to stay focused. There's a nice, humongous Beal right there. You got to stay focused, you know, because these two guys don't play games.
Well, Taz, I mean, you can speak to this. We have a situation here where Santana and Ortiz, they were the team that kind of broke in Private Party. And then Private Party were the team that kind of broke in E.J. Lewis and Big Game Leroy. And so now I think Santana and Ortiz, there's a lot of history here, and I think there's a lot of extra added aggression.
Yeah, and listen, and that's it. When you get between the ropes, you got to do what you got to do, no matter who broke who, and no matter who's friends with who, no matter who's from New York, who's not. And it's Santana and Ortiz, they're all business on the ding, 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 because they're part of the Inner Circle. And Jericho don't play games as the head honcho of the Inner Circle. I respect that. I'll tell you what, I'd love to have Santana and Ortiz, but hey, I don't think Chris go way back, so I won't be like that.
Well, we saw Santana and Ortiz involved in that huge melee that closed out Dynamite last week. Iron Mike Tyson alongside Vitor Belfort, Henry Cejudo, and Sugar. Rashad Evans came down to confront the Inner Circle and very nearly came to blows. Oh!
Yeah, explosive situation this past Dynamite for sure in that pep rally that the Inner Circle held. Especially when you got Tyson, and you know, Chris Jericho's pissed at Tyson, so got to be careful you play games with Iron Mike.
Yeah, something tells me it's not over between those two men. Oof. But right now, Ortiz just breaking down E.J. Lewis.
That's what I love about Santana and Ortiz. Right now, we see Ortiz going to work.
Hoists him up. He's got him back in the gory special there as he makes the tag out.
Now, what the heck is Santana going to do?
Oh,
man. Oh, God, that just sucks.
Santana Ortiz just punishing Lewis. Oh.
God, I mean, that kid just about, it's a good way for your areola to go flying into the audience here, even though there is no audience, but you get my drift. Look at him crushing his fingers. Oh, yeah!
Oh, my
God. Buddy.
It's supposed to hurt.
Welcome to Dark, kids.
E.J. Lewis seeing stars.
What happened, baby boy?
And it's not just because we're in an open-air amphitheater here in Jacksonville.
Get up.
He kicked Lewis in the face. Good gosh.
Fight like a man.
He was knocking his
Fight
teeth
like a
out.
man.
And now look at this. Lewis trying to fire up, but Santana just paintbrushes him.
Yeah, just, you know, look, they're giving up just a plethora of experience here to Santana and Ortiz, and a whole bunch of bad attitude, size, and everything that Santana and Ortiz have in their favor.
And you have to remember too, Taz, the Inner Circle on the rebound. They lost that Stadium Stampede match.
Yeah,
and this is the first action we're seeing. And look at that, Lewis, great fancy footwork, but he walked right into that thrust kick.
Santana is whooping that ace. I'm telling you, man. Oof.
And we are seeing an big Michinoku driver there by Ortiz. Now Santana off the middle rope, moonsault press. Opts not to go for the cover. And there he goes for the cover. One.
Oh, you want to come in?
Uh-oh.
Might want to back out there, big game Leroy. You better get that Game Boy back in your hand, whatever the hell he was playing. Sega Genesis. What was it?
It was a Nintendo Switch. You were almost there.
Yeah, I was there.
Big game Leroy. Tagging in, and woof. Taz, he's about to walk into the buzzsaw. Leroy showing his speed.
Oh. Don't turn your back, man. Jeez. God, dog it.
Oh, no. Santana just bull rushes him to the corner. Tags out to Ortiz. Ortiz.
Uh-oh. This is going to be bad.
Waiting. Plants him with the Liger bomb. And now Santana has Leroy. Oh, my God.
Santana Ortiz just having fun right here.
We are seeing a highly aggressive Inner Circle here tonight.
Incoming!
Boom!
Jeez.
And the look on the face of Santana, ice cold.
They are not done with big game Leroy. Santana goes to the top. Ortiz has got him primed.
Look for the street sweeper. Planning Leroy. Ortiz and Santana cover. And that is it.
Here are your winners, Santana and Ortiz.
Well, you know what? Leroy and EJ, they're from Queens, New York, and it looks like they got hit by the Q11 on Crosby Boulevard. I'll tell you that right now. Those from that area know what I mean, and there's a little Game Boy. Good shot of the Game Boy.
R.I.P. Leroy's switch. And I think, Taz, losing that Stadium Stampede match has awoken something dark and nasty inside Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah, it was exemplified, shown right here in living color as Santana Ortiz of the Inner Circle beat the holy high hell out of Lewis and Leroy.
Animal! Animal! Anybody, anywhere!
The number 2 ranked Natural Nightmares, Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall alongside Brandy Rhodes will take on Brandon Cutler and Peter Avalon, still looking for their first win in an AEW ring, Taz.
Yeah, I don't know if Avalon and Cutler can get it done against some Natural Nightmares to get a victory, but I'm excited to see what happens.
It would be a huge upset, and we have that for you next on AEW Dark.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first the team of Brandon Cutler and Peter Avalon.
That was funny. This might be the first here on Dark where we had one man come out, a tag team, one out of one tunnel, one out of the other. I think that might have been the first time we've had that EXCALIBUR.
Simultaneous entrances. And Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler, they took part in that Battle Royal last week on Dynamite to determine who would be the first to challenge for the TNT Championship. That match, of course, was won by Jungle Boy. It will be Jungle Boy and Cody tomorrow night on Dynamite, 8/7 Central on TNT.
That should be an awesome match. Tough goings for Cody defending that TNT title against Jungle Boy.
And their opponents, being accompanied to the ring by Brandy Rhodes, the Natural Dustin Rhodes, and QT Marshall, Natural Nightmares.
Well, Cody had his own personal cheering section.
Look at this. QT calling out Allie.
We've seen this budding relationship, I guess you could call it, between Allie and QT Marshall, who's coming over towards the
towards us.
commentary position.
Yes.
And
hello, Allie.
Oh, I guess that's why we had this chair and headset set up.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. You never know.
I wish somebody had told me.
Get out of here, QT. Hey, Allie, how you doing?
Oh, hi there, Taz.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm outstanding. It's great to see you.
Thank you. It's so good to see you. I love your mask.
Thank you very much.
It's really nice.
Oh, I was going to say I'm not wearing a mask, but you meant Excalibur. I forgot he was even here. But hello, good to see you.
I understand that.
Yes,
I understand that.
Allie, it's great to be back on commentary with you again. I believe this is the first time in just over a year.
Yes, that's right. It's very observant of you. Mm-hmm.
Well done. I have to ask you right out of the box. You know, I hit the hard-hitting questions, Allie. What is the deal? So, like, you kind of like the Apple QT, it's kind of a little, kind of a disconnect. I mean, what's the story? What's the backstory?
I mean, first of all, can we just appreciate this man in the ring right now? Look at QT.
Oh, Brandon?
No, no, not Brandon. No. QT, look at him. I mean, he's been working out more. You know, can you tell?
He's got a great nutrition plan. I know that.
He does. I've encouraged him to go vegan.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's eating smoothie bowls now, and you can really tell.
Like acai bowls and stuff?
Yeah, that's exactly. See, Taz, you know.
Of
course you know.
Allie, I mean, I know you have this interest in QT Marshall, but what about Butcher and Blade? We saw you with them for so long, and now you seem to have cast them aside.
I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted by QT right now. He just looks so good. You know, there's something about a man with an apple. You know what I mean?
He looks like he should have an apple in his mouth right there in that shot we had of him, but I digress.
Now, well, back to the action at hand. Brandon Cutler and Peter Avalon, this ersatz tag team, thrown together, still looking for their first win.
They need that win. And look at QT. Whoa, look at that high hip
Did you see that? That is what I'm talking about.
Allie, that was impressive.
Massive hip toss there by QT Marshall, following up with an elbow strike, staggering Avalon to the corner. Hirsch whipped into the opposite corner, though Avalon gets his boot up, hops to the middle, comes off with the cross body.
Yeah, good
QT catches him.
Good pal. He's trying to impress. I'm telling you, Allie's trying to impress you.
I mean, it's working. Look, I mean.
Wow, standing
Allie
O.
getting up to her, standing O.
You look so good, QT. So good.
Wow. QT hits the ropes, runs right through Avalon a second time.
He's like a young kid who got his first kiss in the forest.
Oh,
something like that.
Goes up to the top. Oh, big shot.
I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. I mean, even look at the way his tights fit him.
Yeah, he's kind of looks like he went to Vegas. He lost his ass. Sorry. It's okay. Just kind of stuck out to me. He's got no glutes. You got to work with him on his squatting.
We're working on it.
Okay.
We're working on it, Daz.
Sorry.
Did you just see that slide out? Look at that.
Whoa.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Avalon tope suicida takes out QT Marshall on the outside. And Allie now on the edge of her seat.
I don't like these librarians.
Nobody does.
Yeah, nobody does.
No.
I don't even.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Avalon hooks the far leg, covers one. Only a 1 count.
Well, look at the tenacity of Peter Avalon.
He's still looking for his first victory in an AEW ring. He had such a huge chance last week during that battle royal, but both Avalon and Cutler eliminated one another.
You know, it would be nice if Dustin could just get involved here. Like, why is he letting this happen?
Well, I mean, Brandy is on the outside. She is part of the Nightmare family. She's kind of their advisor, the voice of Arn Anderson in this match. And
I mean, Allie, do you get along with Dustin and with Brandy, or not so much?
I mean, listen, I'm turning a new leaf, okay? And
Okay.
I feel like Brandy can do the same.
I see. Okay.
Oh, look at that. Cutler covers
That
one,
forearm. Yeah,
two.
good job by
You know,
Cutler.
if I was out there right now, though, I would be yelling, I would be encouraging, and my man would not be on his back right now. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I believe that.
Brandon Cutler dragging QT to the corner. Avalon makes the tag in and just digging his fingernails into the back of QT Marshall.
Well, it's well documented. Most librarians don't clip their nails, so that must have hurt.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
Big leg lariat there. Cover, 2, no. Rick Knox says only a 2 count.
Did you guys see the Corvette that we came in?
The blue Corvette?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, badass. Huh? He didn't buy that to impress you?
I mean, listen, he was driving a Honda, and I told him, you're a superstar now. You can't show up in a Honda.
Right. I don't
Right?
picture you the type of lady in a Honda. No offense to anybody with a Honda.
Taz, I literally drive a Honda Civic.
That's
Of course you do. I mean, It's obvious.
I don't.
No, I bet you have a really nice card.
Well, I have a couple of cards. Letters start with a B and end in a W, but I digress.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I say too much. I'm just trying not. It's not about me. But look at this, QT. Again, inspired by you, Allie. Oh, duck that kick.
I mean-
he ate that one. Didn't he?
Great agility there by Cutler, buying himself a little bit of time. He's got QT staggered.
He's fine. He's getting up. Look at him.
He walked right into that.
Hey, he looks
Cutler.
great. You're right. QT looks awesome right now.
You know, usually he has so much finesse in the ring. I'm just.
Ooh, Cutler, beautiful senton atomico. Look to the far leg, but Dustin Rhodes right there to break it up.
Finally.
Well, Dustin didn't want to break the rules, I guess, but I understand.
But
Dustin
sometimes you got to break the rules. Am I right,
agree.
Taz?
Oh, you are a zillion % correct. Totally, Allie.
Especially if it's your partner in there.
Yes, you got to do. I've done it. Yeah, you have to do that. And now QT fighting two men. Oh, look at that. Brandon just catches Avalon. Oh, and now Avalon
So
catches
smart.
Brandon. Yeah.
I mean, it's hot is really what it is.
The Natural Nightmares are the #2 ranked tag team here in AEW. If QT can make the tag out to Dustin, they have a good chance of perhaps even climbing up the ranking. Oh, big shot. Second one sends Avalon down.
Dustin Rhodes definitely has Avalon reeling and rocking. Uh-oh.
Boom! Big shot there from Dustin, knocking Avalon back and Cutler off. Manhattan drop. Dustin hits the ropes, running Bulldog. Avalon, oh, Cutler walked right into that power slam.
Took a little too long, and now another power slam there, but on Avalon.
Look at the far leg. No, Avalon kicks out.
QT, maybe he should work Allie on some more of those acai bowls because he still can't get to a vertical basin on the apron.
Well, I mean, if Dustin would have came in sooner, I think he wouldn't be in this position.
You know what? You're right about that.
Well, Taz, we can't talk about the tag team division without mentioning that great match we saw earlier in the night. Butcher and Blade looking so impressive here tonight. Allie, do you have any thoughts on that matchup?
Oh, here we look at see
Look at the cover.
See how he just got involved?
Yeah.
So smart. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
He's getting it. He's
Yes.
getting it. He really, really is.
Well, yes. QT is, I really feel like I said, he's very motivated by you, and QT's getting it.
He's getting it. And I mean, why do you think his name is QT, Taz?
I bet you his name is Quentin Thomas. No, is that why? I don't know why.
No,
It's
Taz, come on. It's because he's such a cutie. Like,
Oh, Cutie Time.
My
Cutie
gosh.
Tommy?
No,
Timmy?
Cutie Marshall.
Oh,
cutie. Oh,
You
my God.
don't.
Taz, come on.
Look at Leva.
Leva Bates
this.
grabbing onto the ankle. She's trying to prevent her fellow librarian, Peter Avalon, from falling victim to that unnatural kick.
She's doing a great job.
But Brandy rolling in underneath the bottom rope. And now Brandy
don't want
boot to the
one minute.
midsection. Oh, stunner!
I don't hate that. I don't hate it.
That was a great job by
It was.
Brandy.
And the jaw of Leva. Oh, Leva sent into Avalon. That jaw of Leva Bates coming down on that surgically repaired clavicle of Brandy. She still has that steel plate in there.
Look at Cutler.
Oh!
Yambag City right there. Sorry, Allie.
Big Manhattan drop. And now Dustin. The Canadian Destroyer.
Canadian Destroyer out of Austin, Texas.
Just obliterated. Oh, this QT cutter.
Allie loves
Cover.
it.
1,
Love it.
2, 3. That is
Oh, that
it.
is what I'm talking about. Yes.
Here are your winners, Natural Nightmares.
Excalibur, I don't know who's happier right now.
So
QT,
good.
Diamond Dallas Page, or Allie?
Did I tell you guys that we renamed his finish?
What is it?
It's actually called the Red
Drop?
Delicious.
Red Delicious.
Yes.
But
I
right
think
now,
that's more fitting.
It is, because that's an apple. That's an apple, Excalibur.
I
Right
thought
now,
QT cutter was pretty good.
But see, QT cutter was good, but you have a green apple, which I think is a Granny Smith.
It's not a good apple. He chose the wrong apple.
Okay. Well, then-
We're gonna fix that.
sure you'll
It's
fix
a work in progress, Has.
Yes, it is, but he looks great.
He does look great.
Well, everybody, you have joined us here tonight for Taz and Allie Identify Apples, but the important thing is the Natural Nightmares, the #2 ranked tag team, keep on their winning ways, and they could very well have a title shot coming up in the near future. Tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite on TNT at 8, 7 Central, Cody defends his TNT Championship for the first time against Jungle Boy. Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page reunite to defend the AEW World Tag Team Championship against Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian alongside Penelope Ford. And Chris Jericho, Le Champion himself, will be in action tomorrow night at 8, 7 Central on TNT.
And let's not forget the machine, Brian Cage. He will put somebody's head out again.
The Natural Nightmares keep on rolling, beating Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler on AEW Dark. Dustin, you couldn't have done it without Brandy.
I could not have done it without her. Way to go.
Thank you. Always, anytime.
QT Marshall, your thoughts on this win?
Yeah, couldn't have done without her. She's the apple of my eye. You go, Brandy. We're gonna go celebrate. Come on, Al.